Did people treat you differently or act weird around you if they knew you were from social media? What's up? If you're new here, my name is Lynn. If you're not, welcome back. So today we're at Brooklyn Label. It's a restaurant in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, and I ordered chicken wings, fries, organic pancakes made from scratch with what is it, dark chocolate Belgium chocolate chip. I also asked you guys to leave me some work, school related questions on my Instagram, so I'm going to be answering them throughout this video. So someone asked, when did you know you wanted to become an influencer and what inspired you to become one? So honestly, you guys inspired me to become one because on my Instagram, when I first started in 2016, I would get a lot of comments, a lot of questions on what I use on my hair, how I take care of it, how I got it to be so healthy. So I just started posting more photos, more informative captions on how to take care of your hair. So you guys inspired me to keep going and also become like an influencer, content creator, inspire you guys to embrace yourselves. What advice would you give to someone who wants to become an influencer? So I've answered this in my last coffee shop video. You have to be consistent because you can have quality content, but if you're not consistent, people forget about you. You have to have both, and also engage with your followers because without them, you wouldn't be you. So, especially on Instagram. Not that you wouldn't be yourself, but like you wouldn't grow an audience without them. So yeah. And be yourself. Be authentic and just, you know, be unique. Be you. How do you find the energy to hang out, do homework, and make money? Because I be wanting to quit school every day. I'm not in school. I actually graduated from Brooklyn College with my BA in TV and radio back in like it was years ago. Last year, summer or September 2019. So I'm not in school anymore. I'm doing content creation full time. But when I used to be in school, I used to purposely have classes Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That way I have Thursday and Friday off, or I'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and have Monday and Fridays off. I only went to school like 3 times a week. I was a full-time student. I was taking 4 to 5 classes, but I wanted to have those days off so I can create content, answer emails. But even when I did have school, I would still answer emails and take photos. I wouldn't be able to film because I used to use natural lighting. But yeah, I would honestly answer emails in the middle of class, which is not so smart because you should have a balance. But yeah, and then to hang out with friends, I didn't really make time to hang out with friends before, but now I do. Are you recording? Did you get recognized in school? Did people treat you differently or act weird around you if they knew you were from social media? So I would get recognized in school, but I would get more DMs than people coming up to me. Like on campus, I would get a lot of girls DMing me saying that they saw me around campus and that they wish they said hi, but I was with someone or they just didn't want to bother me. But I always said to come say hi because I want to meet you guys and talk to you guys and hug you guys. So never be shy to come up to me. It's funny, I was in BMCC taking a class because I went to BMCC, University of Albany, and then Brooklyn College, but I was taking a class at BMCC, and this girl was like, oh, I saw you on social media, you have a ton of followers. Like, she literally screamed it out, and I was like, oh my god, I looked like shit that day. She didn't act weird, she just like kind of yelled that out, which was a little like, but she was nice. It's not that people act weird once they know I have followers on social media, it's that they start asking for me to like promote something, and it's like I can't do that. It's like complicated because I don't want to be mean and I don't want people to think that I'm just like I don't want to promote anybody else, but it's like I have my own brand and I built it, you know, myself, so I don't want to promote just anything. I don't want my followers to think I'm just like out here promoting whatever. People usually ask me to promote clothing brand that like doesn't align with my content at all, or their mixtape, and it's like I would love to, but I just can't do that. Like, that's so random for me. Like, my followers are going to be like, what? have oysters here? This is a good question. What keeps you going when things get tough in the influencer industry? This is going to sound repetitive, but you guys keep me going. I swear, when I get DMs or sweet comments under my photos or my YouTube videos of you guys telling me that you guys are liking my content, my fashion photos or my makeup photos, my hair videos, and you guys tell me that, it makes me want to do more, because it's like, okay, they're liking it, so I'm going to continue to do it, and that's what motivates me. And also the life I want for myself. I don't, I need to keep going. I need to make this money. Without failure, there's no success. That's a fact. Is there someone in particular that inspired you to become the person you are today as an influencer? I don't know. Like, is that supposed to be a deep question? I feel like just social media in general inspired me, like seeing other curly girls embrace their hair and educate and inspire other girls. Also, my family inspired me as well. A lot of people inspired me. You know who you are. Love your content, thank you. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? In 5 years, I will be 27 or almost 27, and I see myself 100% healed from shit. And I see myself in my own, in my own apartment, definitely, hopefully, and just working hard like I am right now, working harder. I always wanted to know what past jobs you had. I only had 2 jobs before becoming an influencer, content creating, and right after high school in the summer I worked at Aldo. Yes, Aldo shoes in Soho. I enjoyed it for a little bit, but then I ended up hating retail, so I stopped working there. I kind of got fired. I say kind of because I was about to quit, and my manager and one of the managers, like, he was just a jerk and nobody liked him. But yeah, I was about to quit, but then he was like, you don't have to come back, you don't have to put in your 2 weeks. So I don't know if I got fired or if I quit, I don't care. So then after that I worked at Club Monaco, I think a couple months after, and I liked it. I liked the people there, I liked management, but again, did not like working in retail. So I decided to quit before the holidays, before Thanksgiving, because that schedule gets hectic. Or maybe I did work through Thanksgiving. Then I quit right before Christmas, and I just dedicated my time to school and creating content. And also, being such a young influencer, have you ever been taken advantage of from companies, people in general? How did you react? So I now have a management team, so I don't really get taken advantage of because my management team is on top of contracts and they know what they're doing. But when I didn't have an agency or a management team and I was just starting off, I definitely got taken advantage of because brands know that I don't know certain vocabulary. I'm not a lawyer. Like, all these contracts were lengthy as fuck, and I just really didn't know any better, and I just wanted to work with the brand, and they were offering a good amount of money, or at least then it was a good amount of money, and they would want like rights to all my content, and you're supposed to pay more for all of that usage stuff. So I definitely got taken advantage of in that way, and I'm positive other influencers get taken advantage of as well. But you just have to stand your ground and do research. I would research a lot, but at the end of the day, like, I don't know much about the industry, so yeah. But you just have to stay strong and ask other people. List your morning routine in a minute. Wake up, check my phone, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, go downstairs, make myself breakfast, come back upstairs, brush my teeth again, do my makeup, hair, and put some clothes on, and that's it. Go about my day. I think that was a minute, right? What kinds of editing software do you use to make videos? I use Final Cut Pro 10. That's the only software I use. I did learn how to edit on Adobe Premiere, but to me it's just a little more confusing and more technical, and I don't want to have time for that, so I just rather use Final Cut Pro 10. It is I think $300, but with a student discount, when I was in school I got the student discount, which I think gives you $100 off, so I think I ended up spending $200, and that's it. It's not like a subscription where you have to renew every year. And before that, I used to use iMovie when I was first starting off. How were you able to balance going to school and being an influencer? At the time, it was a little stressful because I was a full-time student taking 4 to 5 classes, and yeah, I had to balance my life. I would have to sometimes skip class. It's not really skipping because college doesn't matter, but I would have to like not go to some of my classes some weeks because I had an event to attend to, and the event was important because I was getting paid or I wanted to connect with a brand. So I would have to choose between going to class and attending the event. But I would speak to my teachers, my professors, and they would understand, and they would like let me have a pass or wouldn't really deduct any points, because some professors do take attendance, which it's like, I'm paying to be in school, why are you taking attendance, and why would you take points off if I'm not in class? But yeah, my professors would be super understanding, and that's how I balanced it. I would just really become close to my professors and be nice to them and talk to them, and I would get away with a few things. Also on weekends, I would dedicate my time to taking photos and filming beauty videos. I would love to know how to work with brands. So first, you have to have quality and consistent content, because brands want to see, you don't have to have a ton of followers, but brands want to see that you have a page, a platform where it's evident that you are doing, like, you have a niche, and you could be well-rounded. You can do lifestyle, hair, beauty, fashion, whatever, but it just has to be evident and obvious that that's what you're doing. Like, you're trying to inspire people and teach people about something and be creative. So I would say DM brands on Instagram. Sometimes they respond, sometimes they don't, and if not, email them. Even if it's their customer email, ask them to redirect you to their PR email, and always link your Instagram and tell them that you are an influencer, you're an up-and-coming influencer, and that you want to work with them, or you want to be added to their PR list. If they like you, if they want to give you the time of day, they will respond. But don't get discouraged if a lot of brands don't reply. Running out of breath. If a lot of brands don't reply back to you, just keep reaching out, and like, you will get there. You will get there. How many hours a day do you dedicate to your channel, social media accounts? I dedicate all my time. I dedicate most of my time to my YouTube and my Instagram. Of course, Instagram I dedicate literally throughout the day, every hour of the day. There are times where I'm going to dinner with family or with friends, and I try to leave my phone at home. If it's like the restaurant's down the block, I'll just leave my phone at home, because I am working a lot throughout the day. I have to answer back to comments, I have to answer to my manager, I have to look at my emails, I have to come up with concepts for sponsored content or just Instagram in general. So yeah, my life revolves around being on social media, and that's work. So I can't really tell you like only 5 hours a day. I'm sure some influencers who are more established have like a better time schedule, but I don't. Like, I have to be near my phone all the time. What's your dream job, or where do you see yourself 10 years from now? 10 years from now, I'll be 32, 33. That's old. No, I'm just kidding. That's not old. Hopefully I'm in love and have a boyfriend. No, hopefully I'm married by then, I guess, and having my first kid, because I want to have my first kid. I thought that was a pigeon. I almost shitted myself. Hopefully I have my first kid by 31, 32, or 33. I'm established. I have my own business, and I'm still figuring it out. I have my own house or luxury apartment. I'm really into apartments. I don't think I would want to live in a house. No, I see myself in an apartment, like a big penthouse, a huge penthouse. So hopefully I have the money for that when I'm 33 or 32, and I'm happily married, like happily married, and yeah, that's what I see. My dream job is to keep working for myself. So what I'm doing now, just on another level. So we're at Brightside right now. We came for coffee and I got a matcha iced latte with regular milk and it tastes amazing. When did you know that being an influencer is something you can actually make a career out of? P.S. You're an actual queen. Oh my god, thank you. You can definitely make a career out of creating content. You can. It's harder now. It's really hard now. I'm glad I started when I started because I did grow very quickly. Now I'm a little bit stagnant, but my content is amazing, if I do say so. Thanks to Rocket now too. But I am getting that's his fingers. I am getting a lot of opportunities. So even though I'm stagnant, because it's getting hard to like build an audience, because everyone wants to do it, I'm in a good place. I'm not comfortable though, because you can never get too comfortable. Tips for my first semester of college. You should do your homework right away. Get all your syllabus together and just, get a planner. I have the one from Erin Codron, that weekly plan or monthly planner, and getting a planner really does help you. I didn't have one when I was in college because I always attempted to write things in my planner and it just never worked out, so I always forgot about it. But I now use a planner. I'm not in school, but I use it for like my events, meetings, appointments and stuff like that, and it does help so much. So definitely gather all your syllabus together, your due dates, write them down, and start reading. Start reading right away. Start doing your homework right away because it's going to catch up to you if you don't do it. Get a little, I was going to say get a little cozy with your professor, but that sounds so wrong. How can I say that?
Get a little, little cozy with your professor.
Don't get cozy with your professor, but definitely don't. Just talk to your professor after class, introduce yourself and let them know that you're here to learn and that you're serious about this, because you're going to need that. You're going to need that like connection with them at some point when you're failing or when you're having trouble. That way they're like, oh wait, I remember her, like she was genuine in the beginning. So that's a good tip because that's what I used to do. What's your best advice for time management? Write things down and plan out your day. That's what I do, and it does help a little bit, but then I don't wake up on time, so it's like, but I'm still working on it. Just writing it down and making a list it helps so much. It has helped me. I'm still working on it, but it has helped me and it has helped Rocket too. So.
It helps you visualize.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it helps you visualize because you have a million thoughts a day, but when you have them written down, those are the ones that linger for the rest of the day.
I haven't mastered it yet. Are trapper keepers still cool? You know what that is?
No.
I think that's the folder with the labels. They're still cool.
Color coordinated.
What are your must-have school supplies? Pens, because at one point in my school career, I just didn't have pens. I had pens at home, but every time I would go to school, I did not have pens. I didn't have anything to write with, and I would have to ask people or ask the professor, and that wasn't cool. And loose leaf paper. Someone always needs loose leaf paper. It's so annoying, and you do too. So, what's the best coffee shop to study at in New York City? I didn't study at coffee shops while I was in school. I wish I did, but I didn't. I would just go to the library. But if I had to choose, I would probably study, it's not a coffee shop, it's actually a juice shop. It's Juice Generation in Soho. They have, the first floor, they have like one table with like 4 chairs, but the second floor, they have nice comfortable chairs and they have outlets, and it's nice in there. You can get a juice, downstairs. So I would definitely recommend checking out Juice Generation in Soho.
A coffee shop in Brooklyn, just because it's a quiet area and they all tend to be very quiet.
Wait, so what Rocket said, any coffee shop in Brooklyn, I would say specifically Greenpoint or Williamsburg.
Yeah. Yep.
Williamsburg. And I know a lot of people use their laptops nowadays to study, to look at work, but if you just need to read and you have the notebook or the pages with you, go to Maman, the coffee shop we tried to go today. It's laptop free, so you're not supposed to have any devices on you. I mean, your phone, yes, of course, it's a free world, but they're like against laptops. So I would suggest checking out Mama. It's located in a weird area. It's like kind of lonely, but I would go there to study. So definitely check it out. It's in Greenpoint, Mama. M-A-M-A-N. Why was school so important to you? So school was very important to me because my mom and my dad, my family in general, but specifically my mom and my dad, they really wanted me to get a BA. So, and I'm the oldest. I have 6 siblings, 7, one on the way, so 7, about to be 7 in total. And I'm the oldest, so they really, I guess, wanted me to set an example. Going to school is where it's not for everybody, but at the end of the day, it will only help you. So yeah, that's why it was important to me, because it was important to my dad and my mom. Alright guys, that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Also, comment down below any coffee shops you guys recommend in the Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan area, and what other videos you guys would like to see. Alright guys, bye. This will be like, yeah! That was amazing! I didn't like that. Oh, smug. I'm done for the day. Why did I say it like that? 5 years. Graduate.
So casually keep diving into concrete. So bittersweet. Keep losing sleep while driving.